Good morning. Welcome to Easy Morning Flow. Nice, gentle practice this morning. We'll get started in a seat, and you can grab a block if you have a block. That's really nice, or a blanket. Let me go grab my blanket. It's just nice to have something to sit up on to give your hips a little bit of height so your back can be straight. Your knees can splay out. You're a little bit lower than your hips right now. And just finding any comfortable seat. If you need one leg out, that's totally fine. Just get yourself in a nice, comfortable place here. And we'll just start by noticing what it feels like to be in the body at this time, not trying to change or shape anything. Here we are in the pratyahara of yoga, drawing our senses inward and noticing again what it feels like to be here now. You can begin with the thoughts and noticing the thoughts that arise. Maybe a repeated to do or worry. You can start to set that aside. And then start to notice your breath. To feel a little bit short. And then start to just lengthen the breath ever so slightly. Just give yourself a little bit longer of an inhale. And a little fuller of an exhale. And then we can begin to notice the body, noticing any aches or pains, anything you want to focus on. Just bring your awareness there. Maybe it's in your hips. You take a nice deep breath in, just focusing on your hips, breathing into them. And you exhale a little bit longer. Maybe it's your joints, your knees. Just start to breathe into your knees or any joint that is just calling out for attention. And we'll all take a nice deep breath in. Nice, long and smooth, filling up the belly, filling up the chest, filling up all the way to the top of the head. And then sigh out of your mouth, exhale. Good. We'll do that 2 more times. Take a nice big inhale, fill the belly, fill the rib cage, fill all the way up through the chest. And take an exhale, sighing out of the mouth. Nice, good little tension release. Feel the facial muscles start to relax. Take a nice big inhale. And exhale, sighing out of the mouth. Bring our hands into heart center before beginning our practice. Just take a moment of gratitude, something that you are grateful for in this time here and now. After you take a breath with your gratitude, start to set an intention for class this morning. What is it that brought you here to the mat? Whether it having to do with the body, the mind, or the breath. Beginning with the words, I am, acknowledging this intention like it is already here, confident it is in the process of happening. We'll start to gently open up our eyes. And with our inhale this time, we'll bring the arms up all the way up overhead, taking a look maybe at the thumbs if that feels good when the hands come together. As we exhale, flip the palms down, coming all the way down to the ground. Here we're going to connect our breath with our movement here. So following your breath as you inhale, arms lift all the way up, filling up the torso, feeling nice and long here. Exhale, flipping the palms down. Let your exhale here be as long as your movement. Maybe the exhale is a little bit longer as you exhale a little bit more. Inhale one more time, filling up the torso, filling up all the way through the fingertips, looking up. Exhale, everything reaches down. Good. Keeping that right hand placed onto the mat, we're gonna lift our left fingertips up towards the ceiling. Maybe bringing them up and over the right side too. So keeping the hips heavy, start to breathe into that left side of the rib cage. Take nice full deep breath here and exhale. One more inhale and exhale. Feeling nice and long here. And on your next inhale, we're going to lift all the way up to center. Arms reach up, feeling nice and long here. As you exhale, we'll drop now the left hand down to the ground. Either left fingertips too can reach, can rest on the ground too. Keeping the hips heavy, reaching that right arm up and over that left side now. Breathing into the right rib cage. You can even pull your arm back in space, like that shoulder blade is pulling back as you look up underneath that arm. A little bit more of an opener here. Take another inhale and exhale. We'll do that one more time on each side. Inhale up really nice and long. As you exhale, dropping that right arm down, reaching up and over, pulling that left shoulder blade back now up in space as you kind of twist your heart up towards the ceiling. And then inhale, reaches all the way up. And then as you exhale, follow your breath here. As you place the left hand down, right arm reaches up and over. Opening up the chest here as you tilt the heart up towards the ceiling, looking up underneath that right arm. Be with your breath here. Just allow the space to open up. Inhaling, reaching up to center. We're just going to take some gentle twists here. So we'll twist over the right. So left hand comes onto right leg, right arm comes behind, looking over right shoulder. Inhale, arms reach up to center. Just a very gentle twist here. Looking over left shoulder, twisting to the other side. Inhale as you look, bring the arms to center. Exhale to twist. Inhale, arms lift to center, twisting to the other side. Inhaling, arms lift. And exhale, hands come down. We'll come onto our hands and knees. And wherever you're at here, you may want to put a little padding underneath the knees if you know that you have some sensitive joints here. But just coming into tabletop, straight spine, tops of the feet on the floor if you can, or the toes can be on the mat, that's totally fine. Hands spread out nice and wide here. Really press into the knuckle parts of the hand here, spreading out the fingers. Shoulders and wrists are aligned here. Hips and knees are aligned. We're going to take an inhale, and as you inhale, tip that tailbone up towards the ceiling. Start to broaden the collarbones, releasing the belly, looking up as you inhale. Exhale, start to tuck the tailbone, curling the spine, looking in between the legs here as you press into the hands. Inhaling, follow your breath here. And so as you inhale, you drop your belly, looking up, broadening collarbones. Exhale, you start to curl the spine, drawing the navel up and back as you come into an angry cat. Just going, noticing the spine this morning, how it feels here. Trying to feel every muscle along the spinal column. Keeping your awareness in your tailbone and your navel as your navel releases when you come into cow, broadening collarbones. And then as you exhale, tailbone tucks under, navel draws up and back as you exhale completely. Good. Inhale, come back to tabletop. And exhale. Staying here in tabletop. We'll go ahead and extend our right leg back behind us. Toes can rest on the floor here. And we'll just pedal out the heel back and forth. Go ahead and roll out the ankle. So start to lift the toes, rolling the ankle out, going in the other direction. And then press back into the heel here, lengthening the back of the knee, back of the leg. Good. Then we'll place that right leg, that right knee down next to the left, and we'll do the same thing to the left leg. So we'll extend that left leg back, just pedaling that heel out, pressing back and forth. And then we'll lift the toes and roll out the ankle, going in one direction. Then we'll go in the other direction here. Good. Placing that left knee down. As you inhale, we're going to extend the right arm out, and then we'll extend the left leg. So opposite arm, opposite leg here. The right thumb is pressing up towards the ceiling. That left heel is pushing back towards the back of the room. Navel zipped in here, nice and strong. Take a couple breaths. Feel the whole torso, inhale and exhale as it expands. Good, inhale. We'll place everything back down. Then we'll inhale to bring the left arm forward. So left thumb is pressing up towards ceiling. That right heel is pushing back. That glute is engaged here, zipping that navel. Nice and strong. And balanced. Taking those big inhales and exhales to get you through. And then we'll inhale, everything comes down. We'll extend the knees out to the side. Big toes come into touch as you draw your hips back towards your heels. Extend the arms forward. If you're having trouble bringing your forehead to the mat, you can always grab a block or a blanket or just a little pillow. If you also would like some support in the back of your knees, that kind of helps to settle into to your hips. If your hips can't come all the way back to you towards your heels. So that's just another thing you can do. So, but while you're in child's pose here in a state of surrender, just taking a moment again to be with your breath in stillness. Notice if the thoughts start to arise all of a sudden, or if you can sit here with just your breath. Filling up the back body, the back lungs as you deepen every inhale and lengthen every exhale. And then on your next inhale, we'll come to stand on our knees in candlestick. Arms will lift all the way up overhead. You can tilt the hips forward as your hands touch. You can look up towards your fingers touching. And as you exhale, we'll draw the arms all the way back down to the ground into child's pose. As you inhale, come back into that tabletop. A little bit of that cow extension too you can add here. As you exhale, go ahead and tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for down dog. So pressing into the hands, keeping the knees bent as much as you can here. We're just here for a breath. Inhale as you drop the knees, coming back into tabletop. Little bit of that back extension. As you exhale, start to curl the spine, adding in a little cat as you draw your hips back for child's pose. We'll take an inhale, arms will lift back up into candlestick, arms reach up overhead, tilting hips, bringing hands back, a little bit of a back bend. Exhale, child's pose as your hands extend, hips come down. Inhale, hands and knees, a little bit of that cow extension as you broaden collarbones. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for down dog. Gentle down dog here. Inhale as you drop your knees down. Coming into that cow extension. Exhale, child's pose. Good. Let's do one more round. Inhaling, arms reach all the way up overhead. Exhale, following your breath, bringing hands all the way down. Nice and slow here. Forehead reaches to ground. Inhale, hands and knee for cow extension. Exhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for down dog. And we're gonna stay here in down dog. So this is your first down dog, welcome. This is your 100th down dog. Sometimes it just doesn't work, but see what feels good for you. Keep your knees bent as much as you need to. Push those hips back by pushing your chest towards your thighs. Relax your head. Really pressing into the hands, wrapping your shoulder blades around the armpits so the elbows are facing each other. Pressing into the hands, lifting the hips up. Good. Take a couple breaths here. Good. Take another inhale. And as you exhale, we'll walk our feet to the top of the mat, hanging in a forward fold. Really keep your knees bent. If you have any low back issues or just need a little extra space in between your legs, that's fine. Come into a wider leg, forward fold. As your head reaches down, you can shake out yes and no. You can grab on for opposite elbows, rocking from side to side, kind of stretch out the back a little bit more. Making sure your feet are parallel here, like they are on railroad tracks. Take an inhale, press into your feet, start to straighten your legs as your hands come to shins. Give yourself that straight tabletop. Fine. Exhale, bend your knees, forward fold a little bit deeper. We'll do this 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. For that, hands on your shins, straightening spine. Exhale, forward fold. A little bit deeper. See if you can bend your knees a little bit more. Inhaling, straightening the legs, bringing hands to shins, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold 1 more time. Then we'll place if you need a little bit of height here, you can grab like maybe a Kleenex box if you don't have one, like a block or anything. Or if your fingertips can rest down in front of you, like so they're directly underneath your hand. So we'll bring our right fingertips down in the center. We're gonna take an inhale, let's bend into the right knee as we bring that left arm up towards ceiling for a gentle twist here. Take an inhale, look up towards the ceiling if that feels good. And then you can also look down to the ground towards that right hand. Take another inhale. And exhale, now replace that right hand with the left. So the left hand, left fingertips will come down, bend into that left knee, straightening that right leg as the right fingertips come up towards the ceiling. Take a breath. And then as you exhale, you can look down at the left fingertips. Take a breath. And then inhale to unwind. We'll forward fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, we'll come all the way up to stand. So try and give yourself as straight spine as you can. And arms will come to follow, looking up towards the ceiling, tilting hips forward. You can draw the hands back. For another little heart opener, back bend. Exhale. Everything comes down. Come into Tadasana, mountain pose. So feet are about hip width distance. Feel all four corners of your feet resting into the mat. Relax the shoulders, any facial muscles in the face here. And just take a moment and notice what it feels like now to be in the body, back standing up. And find your breath. Find that smooth, long breath with a slight restriction in the back of the throat. So it's like an audible breath here. So if you were to inhale, you just feel a slight restriction in the back of the throat. And then as you exhale, kind of like, sounds like you're fogging out a window, but the lips are closed. Every inhale, feel your torso expand. And every exhale, feel everything drawing back and in. Following the expansion in your breath. And watching it all come back with that exhale. And inhale, you can open up the eyes, arms will lift all the way up overhead. Good, take a look. Exhale, bending knees, forward fold. Hinging at the hips there. Inhale, straighten legs, hands to shins, straight spine. Exhale, bend knees, forward fold. Inhale, will come all the way up to stand, arms reach up overhead. This time, interlace your fingers, flip your palms up towards the ceiling. As you exhale, go ahead and draw the hands back behind you. So you're going to bend your elbows, bringing hands behind. As you exhale, we'll bring the arms up and over to the right. Inhale, we'll come to center, drawing everything down, bending elbows. Exhale, flipping palms over to the left. Good. One more time on each side. Inhale, bending elbows. Exhale, up and over to the right. Inhale to center, bending elbows. Exhale, up and over to the left. Good. Inhale as you come to center. Exhale, release the arms, forward fold, bending knees, resting belly on top of ribcage, on top of thighs. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms come up all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands to side, Tadasana. And our starting pose. Inhale. This time as you inhale, we're going to lift the arms. And now we're going to lift the heels up off of the ground. Bending elbows, reaching for opposite shoulders. Feel the chest fill up. Exhale. See if you can get everything to come down at the same time. Hands come down to the side and heels come down. A little tricky. We'll do that one more time. Inhale. Lift the heels, lift the arms, bending the elbows. I have a little difficulty this morning. Opposite shoulders. Exhale. Everything comes down at the same time. Good. Inhale, arms will lift up overhead. As you exhale, forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And this time, we'll place our hands down on the ground. This is, again, maybe you want to grab a prop, something to give you a little bit more height, because we're going to draw our right foot back behind us to set up for a lunge, dropping that right knee onto the mat. So some people have used toilet paper rolls. Some people have used Kleenex boxes. So whatever helps, you can even just bring your fingertips down, resting the top of the right foot onto the mat. Make sure your heel and ankle, heel and knee alignment is there, so you're not going over, the knee isn't going over the ankle. So now sink that right hip down, even sinking that left hip too down to the ground here. Take an inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. We'll tuck our right toes. We'll bring our right foot up to meet our left. Hang in a forward fold here. Inhale for halfway lift, straight legs, straight spine. Exhale, forward fold, bending knees, resting belly on top of thighs. Inhale as your arms reach all the way up overhead. Interlace your fingers, flipping palms up. Exhale, dropping hands behind the head as you bend the elbows. Inhale, we'll start with that side stretch, coming up and over to the right. Inhale as you bend the elbows, hands reach behind the head again. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, dropping the hands down. And then we'll add on the lifting the heels and the arms. Inhale as you lift the heels. Bringing the arms up overhead. Reaching for opposite shoulders as you lift the heart, lift the chest. Exhale, draw everything down. Really slow and controlled here. Inhale, just regular, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold as you bend the knees, resting belly on top of thighs. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, now we'll bring the left knee back, dropping that left knee down to the ground, resting left foot onto the mat here, sinking into your hips here, check in with the knee, make sure it's going straight and it's above the ankle here. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, we'll tuck our toes, bring our left foot up to meet our right, hang in a forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms reach all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands come down to the side. Good, close the eyes here. Taking a moment and just noticing, again, what it feels like after that practice. Moving into the hips. Coming back to that long, smooth breath. And if you lost it within that practice, that's okay. You just always come back to it. It's a practice. And we'll adding on here. Inhale, arms lift up overhead. Exhale, bending knees, forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you draw your right knee back, placing that right knee down onto the mat. But this time we're gonna raise up. So what tends to happen is people just come right up out of the lunge. But let's still stay sinking in our hips, even pushing, feel yourself pushing that left hip down as well as the right hip pulls down too. Arms lift up overhead as you inhale. We're gonna exhale, forward fold over that left knee. Inhale as you lift, just the top of the torso lifts, the hips stay sinking down. Exhale as you forward fold over that left leg. Inhale again, arms lift. And exhale, over. Nice. Inhaling, lift. And exhale. Good. Placing both hands down onto the mat here. We'll take another inhale. And then as you exhale, we're going to draw the hips back, start to straighten that left leg for a half split here. Just straightening that left leg as much as you can. You can keep a nice bend into it too, so you don't overextend it. See if you can get your hips to level out here, where the right hip and the left hip are even. Start to create a nice straight spine. Pull over, So take an inhale, and then we'll exhale. We're gonna forward fold over that left knee. Inhale, start to straighten the spine. So pressing into the fingertips to straighten up the arms. Exhale, you can forward fold over that left knee again, bringing head towards the knee. Inhale, one more time, try it out to straighten the spine. And then exhale, curl the spine, bending the elbows to forward fold a little bit deeper. Inhale, coming back to our lunge. Take a breath here. And as you exhale, place both hands down onto the mat. Bringing our chin and chest down to the mat. We'll take an inhale for a cobra. So pressing into the hands, keeping elbows tucked in tight. We'll lift the head, broaden collarbones as you lift. Exhale. We'll come back down, forehead right reaches down. Inhale, tuck your toes, lift your hips up and back for down dog. Just noticing how this down dog feels. Maybe a little different than the first one. Take a deep breath here. And then the bottom of your next exhale, we'll walk our feet to the top of the mat, hanging in that forward fold. Knees are bent, keeping the legs spread out as you need them. A little bit of space here. Inhale to straighten the legs, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, pressing into the feet, arms lift all the way up overhead. And exhale, hands come down to the side. Nice. Inhaling, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, bending the knees, forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, go ahead and move to the other side. So the left leg comes back, left knee onto any support you need, top of the left foot down. Sink into the hips here. And then as you inhale, we'll draw the arms up like a big windmill. As you exhale, we'll fold over that right knee. Good. Adding just a little arm, heart opener here. Arms lift as you inhale, exhale. Go ahead and do that one more time on your own. Follow your breath. Arms lift overhead again. And exhale, placing hands next to the leg, next to your right leg. And we'll start to straighten that right leg as your hips come back. And again, noticing how one hip may tend to pull back. See if you can bring the hips evenly here. Noticing one side may feel a little different than the other. So keeping a slight bend in that back knee if you need it. And then we'll try that practice like we did earlier. So we'll inhale, maybe straightening the arms, coming up a little bit more on your fingertips as you straighten the spine. Exhale, bending the elbows, folding forward over, bringing the head towards the right knee. Inhale as you lengthen the spine, over the right knee. Exhale as you draw the forehead down to the knee. Inhale, straightening spine. Exhale, folding over. Take another breath here. Inhale, walking the hands back to your lunge. On your next inhale, draw that right knee back to meet the left. You can hang out in a modified plank here. So lowering the hips so that they're even. Take an inhale. Exhale as you draw everything down, chin and chest to the mat. Keeping hands underneath the elbows. Flip the toes onto the mat. Inhale as you peel the chest off of the mat. broadening collarbones, gazing up. Exhale, dropping forehead to mat. Inhale as you draw everything back and up for down dog. And in this down dog, we'll start to do a little movement here. So as you inhale, bend into that left knee as the right heel comes down to the mat. Straightening right leg, bending into left knee. Take a breath here. And your next inhale will bend into the right knee and straighten the left leg. And bring the left heel down to the mat. Go ahead and do that one more time on each side. Really still press into the hands, push the chest back towards the thighs. As you wrap the shoulder blades around the armpits, pressing into the hands. And move to the other side here. And then on the bottom of your next exhale, take another breath here in just stillness of down dog. And on the bottom of your next exhale, we'll walk our feet to the top of the mat and hang in a forward fold. Inhale for halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale as you draw everything up, coming to stand, arms reach up overhead, and exhale, hands come down to the side. Then we'll come to the long side of our mat. So I will face you now. So you want to extend your legs out about a leg's width distance, whatever. So it's going to be arms open up the palms, open up the chest, lift the heart. As you exhale, we'll bend into that right knee. The left arm is going to draw across the body as you bring the right hand to either to your shin, you can bring it to your right thigh, or if you can, bring it down to the ground and look up towards the right thumb. Take an inhale. As you exhale, look down towards the floor. Inhale as you look up again towards the right thumb, and exhale. On your next inhale, we'll come all the way up to stand. Arms will open up nice and wide here. This time as you exhale, we'll bend into the left knee. The right arm is going to draw across the body, setting that right hand wherever feels comfortable for you. Right ankle, right shin, left. We're on the left side. Sorry, guys. Left shin. And the right hand is down on the ground, looking up towards the left thumb as you inhale. Exhale, look down towards the ground. Inhale as you look up again towards the thumb. And exhale. Inhale is going to draw you all the way up to center. Exhale, we'll go to the other side again. Bending into that right knee. Left hand comes down to the ground, looking up. As you inhale, look up towards the ceiling. Exhale, look down to the ground. Inhale, look up. Take an exhale. And inhale is going to lift you up. Feeling up nice and tall. And then as you exhale, bending into the left knee as you bring that right arm down. Look up towards the ceiling as you inhale. Exhale, looking down at the ground. Little neck stretch here. Inhale as you look up. Exhale, twist a little bit deeper. And then inhale, arms lift. Standing open. And exhale, everything comes down. Good. This time as you inhale, we'll bring our hands behind our back, interlace our fingers, we'll puff up our chest. If that does not feel good for you, you can always just come to rest the arms across the back, just like that. Take an inhale to lift the heart, lift the chest. As you exhale, bend into knees. We're going to forward fold over the thighs as the arms draw back behind you. Relax the neck. Focus on your breath. And then inhale, press into the feet, arms come to follow. And we come to stand. Beautiful. Then let's take our right toes and point them to the short edge of the mat. We're going to bring that left foot at a slight angle here so that the heel and the arch are aligned. So the right heel and your left arch are aligned here. We're first just going to start by bending into the right knee, making sure the right knee is going directly over the right toes. What tends to happen is the knee might go over towards your big toe. You really want it to go more towards the pinky toe. Just bending into noticing what that feels like. Good. Now take your hands to your hips here, and we're going to draw our hips more square to the long edge of our mat, so we're a little bit more even here. So the hips and the shoulder are aligned here. We're setting up we'll take an inhale to extend the arms. Right. So you feel really heavy, people zipped in. Looking over the right fingertips. Press forward. Hard as a lift. Are we still on? Sorry, guys. Oh boy. I'm back. I didn't lose too many people. Yeah, that was a good one too. Feeling good with that. Oops. Here we go. So we were set up in Warrior 2 on the right side. So looking over that right fingertips here. We'll take another inhale and then we'll exhale. We'll go on to the other side. So hopefully you felt that on that side. We will now move the toes to probably the back edge of the mat now. And then we'll just start bending into that left knee, just noticing how it feels. Good. And then start to now bring your hips directly and your shoulders in alignment here as you turn your torso probably towards me or towards the long edge of the mat. We'll bend into that left knee. Again, we'll take an inhale to straighten the leg, arms reach, opening up. As you exhale, bend now a little bit deeper into that left knee. See if you can even walk the toes a little bit farther to bend into that left knee a little bit more. Still make sure that left knee is going a little bit more towards the pinky toe than the big toe. Looking over the left fingertips. So what tends to happen is we like to reach forward over that left knee. See if you can still keep your torso nice and balanced over the body. Looking over the left fingertips. Take a couple breaths here, pressing firmly into the mat with your feet. One more big inhale here. And exhale. Inhale, we'll straighten the left leg and bring the left toes to the long edge of the mat. Then we'll bring the arms, we'll keep the legs out in that wide leg pose. And the toes will still be at an angle here, pressing into the outer edge of the feet, pressing into the heels here, pressing your feet into the mat. Good. Tailbone hangs heavy, navel still zipped in. We'll take an inhale, the arms will reach up overhead. Let's lock our thumbs together here. So thumbs come together and keep the hands, the palms, the hands closed if you'd like. Take a nice inhale and exhale. Take another inhale together. And then we're gonna exhale, drawing like a nice big sun all around us as you draw the hands all the way down. Nice, just like we drew a nice big sun around us. Inhale, bring the arms up overhead. This time we'll lock our fingers together. So not interlacing our fingers, but resting our right fingertips on top of our left fingertips. Take an inhale and exhale. And then as you exhale, take another inhale. And then as you exhale, we'll bend into that right knee, and we're gonna follow that right knee all the way down. We're gonna make a big circle with this arm here. Now bending into the left knee as you come all the way up. That navel still is nice and strong. And exhale, bring the hands down to the side. Good. This time as you inhale, we'll place our left fingertips on top and our right fingertips on bottom as you lock your fingers together. And exhale. Inhale. And then exhale, we'll come over to the left side and now drawing a nice big circle with these hands, bending into over the left leg. Now we're going to draw the hands all the way across to the right, bend into the right knee as you draw all the way up back to center. Straighten the legs and exhale. This time we'll forward fold over the legs. Nice wide-legged forward fold. Walking the hands back if you can towards the ankles. For a deeper forward fold here. Take an inhale. Let's bring our hands onto our inner parts of our thighs here. And we're just gonna go ahead and rock them side to side. Just stretching out the inner thighs here. You can keep as much weight on your elbows here on the thighs as you can. Just side to side, stretch. Keep your spine as straight as you can. Shoulder blades pulling back towards the hips. Relax the neck and the shoulders. And then we'll forward fold a little deeper here. Inhale, keep a straight spine as you come all the way up to stand. Arms reach up overhead. And exhale, everything reaches down. We'll draw our feet in together as you come standing to the top of your mat. In Tadasana, equal standing pose. Find your breath here. We'll make our way onto our belly. So we'll inhale, arms reach up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Bending knees, inhale, straightening legs as you halfway lift. Forward fold as you exhale, and we'll bring our right foot back and then our left. Setting up for a plank here. So drawing the heels back. We'll stay here for a couple breaths. Zipping in that navel. Thighs lift up towards the ceiling, pressing your hands. So you're not really having to use your arms. It's more of your core here, holding you up. Push those heels back. Keep breathing. And exhale, draw all the way down onto your belly. However you need to do that, either bringing knees down first or coming all the way down. Good, hands still underneath the shoulders. Actually, bring your hands onto your low back. Bring your right cheek down onto the mat. Take a breath here. As you inhale, we'll do a little opposite arm, opposite leg action again. So lifting the left leg, toes pointing, then lifting the right arm, right fingertips reach up. Exhale, we'll bring our right cheek to the mat, turning away from the right arm. We'll move on to the other side. Inhale, the right leg, left fingertips reach up. Take a breath, exhale, draw left cheek down onto the mat. Inhale, right arm, left leg lifts. Nice and long here. Exhale, right cheek to mat. Inhale, right leg, left arm. Exhale, left cheek to mat. Go ahead and do that one more time on each side. Follow your breath. Now, as you inhale, we'll bring both arms, lifting both legs off of the mat. Toes are pointed in, thighs are lifting up towards the ceiling, arms extend, really pressing into that low belly. And exhale, everything comes down onto the mat, resting the hands in the head. Go ahead and flip over to our back. Knees can be bent here. Keeping thighs in towards one another. We'll press into our feet. We're going to lift our hips up for some bridge poses. So we'll draw the arms also back behind us. So a dynamic bridge. As you exhale, everything comes down, hips and hands come down together. Good. Inhaling, lifting hips, lifting arms. Let's exhale here, stay here. Really pressing into the thighs, pressing into the feet as your legs lift. And exhale, everything will draw down. Vertebrae by vertebrae, all the way down to the hands. Good. Inhale, arms lift, hips lift. Arms extend back behind you. Take an extra breath here. Then on your next exhale, everything comes down. One more time. Inhaling, hips lift, arms lift all the way up overhead. Take an extra breath. And on your next exhale, everything will calm down. We'll bring right knee into chest. Give that right knee some circles here. We'll bring our forehead up to our knee. Take a breath. Everything comes down as you exhale. Inhale, draw your hands behind your thigh, your right thigh. Exhale as you press that right leg up towards ceiling. Inhale as you drop the knee down. Or the heel down. Inhale as you, exhale as you extend the leg. Inhale as you bend the knee. That's what I was trying to say. Inhale as you straighten right leg. I think I said it wrong again. Just bring that knee back into the chest. And exhale. Everything comes down. Inhale, we'll bring our hands behind our left thigh here and squeeze into that left knee. And give that left knee some circles here. Healing into that left hip. Go in the other direction. Squeeze that knee all the way up to chest. Draw your forehead to the knee. Exhale as you straighten that left leg. Everything else comes down. Inhale as you bend the knee. Exhale as you straighten the leg. Inhale as you bend. Exhale as you straighten. Inhale as you bend the knee. Give it another squeeze and exhale, everything comes down. Good. We'll extend our arms out into a T, or if you are short for space, you can come into goalpost. We'll draw the feet out to the long edge of the mat. Draw your knees in towards one another. So your feet are wide, your knees are coming in to touch. We'll take an inhale. As you exhale, draw both knees over to the right. Look over the left shoulder. Inhale, we'll draw the knees to center. Exhale, dropping knees over to the left. Look over right shoulder. Let's do that a couple more times on your own. Inhale to center. Exhale, dropping knees over, looking over opposite shoulder. Do that one more time on each side. And then we'll draw the knees into the chest. Draw your forehead up to your knees. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, we'll straighten our legs, draw our arms down to the side, resting the head onto the mat. And setting up for your Shavasana. This is a corpse pose. Just finding the most comfortable place that you can onto your mat, arms and legs straight down to the mat. Maybe even giving yourself a little pillow for the back of your head. Maybe even on something underneath your knees for support for your low back. And wherever you're at, just settle into the body. everything to relax. And here in Shavasana, in the doing nothing pose, there's so much happening. But for you, there's nothing to do, nowhere to go, just allow the integrating of your practice to enter into your nervous system, creating a lovely, peaceful, calm memory for the body. This relaxation. Just following the inhale and exhale of the navel, not trying to control or shape anything. And notice if there's any thoughts that pass by, just watch them like a cloud in the sky, not trying to attach to any of them. And anytime the mind begins to wander off, just watch the inhale and exhale of the navel as it rises and falls. Gently begin to deepen your breath. Coming back into the room, starting to create some gentle movement, maybe through your shoulders and your fingers, your toes and your ankles, your wrists, all of the joints. When you feel ready, we can roll onto one side using the arm as a pillow for you. Take a breath on the side. And then on your next inhale, let your head be the last to rise. As you come up to seated, just like we began class, palms can be flipped up towards the ceiling, and just take a moment here and notice the peace that's been created in your practice. Or just the slowing down. And we'll bring back in that gratitude that we shared with ourselves in the beginning of class. Being grateful for your practice this morning. Repeating that intention now. And imagining that intention as a seed, and the gratitude is the rich soil that surrounds that seed, allowing it to begin to grow. And bring our hands to heart center. Seal your practice here. I thank you all for sharing this space with me via online. May you continue to carry this practice with you throughout the rest of the weekend. The light in me honors the light within you. Namaste. Thank you all for being here. I will be here next week. This video should post online, hopefully. And yeah, we're always here at Natural Healing Centers. If you need anything, you can just give us a call. Check out our YouTube channel with a lot of great classes going on there that we've recorded. So a lot of good stuff out there right now. I also teach a chair yoga on Wednesdays at 4:30. So if you know anybody interested in that, you can take a look and join us there. I hope everyone has a great day and a great rest of the weekend. Thank you.